we are once again on Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station. I'm Al Red Sox Fan, and here is the final in our marathon. This 8-team one-and-done tournament, game number 7, the finals, and it will pit the 2017 Cubs versus the 2017 Arizona Diamondbacks. And we've had some special moments in this marathon tournament. Hope the people who've watched or will watch later have enjoyed. I've enjoyed doing this. I've done it for my own special reason. I know why. And we're going to have the championship game now. And let's get to the lineups and play ball, as it is now 5:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Massachusetts, USA. So here we go. The marathon will end with our championship game. This is Game 7, the 2017 Cubs versus the 2017 Diamondbacks at Wrigley. Enjoy. The lineup for the Diamondbacks, leading off center fielder A.J. Pollock. Batting second, playing left field, David Peralta. Batting third, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Jake Lamb. Batting fifth, the catcher, Chris Iannetta. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Chris Owings. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Brandon Drury. Batting eighth, playing right field, Chris Herman. Batting ninth, on the mound in this championship game, Taijuan Walker, or Tajon, I don't know. Walker went 9-9 with a 3.49 earned run average, striking out 146 in 157 innings pitched. On the hill for the Cubbies, Kyle Hendricks, we chose him. The computer will manage the Cubs, but I chose their starting pitcher, as I chose everything with the Diamondbacks. He was 7-5 with a 3.03 earned run average. John Lackey had over a 4 ERA. So the Cubs will go with Hendrick. Struck out 123. Behind the plate is Contreras. Rizzo's at first. Zobrist moves back to second base from right field. Russell's at short. Bryan at third. Schwaber's back in left. He has a 0 arm. Jay's in center. He has a +1 arm. And in right is Hayward. He has a -4 arm. And stepping to the plate to lead off the game is A.J. Pollock. Here's the pitch from Hendricks. Pollock looking for a 3-5. He gets a 2. That's a 10 and a 5, and that will be a ground ball to Bryant, who throws to Rizzo for the out. 1 out, no one on. And David Peralta steps to the plate. Peralta, 293 with 14 homers. Here's the pitch from Kyle Hendricks. That's a 4. Peralta needs a 7, 8, 9. He gets a 4. This is a fly ball to center. Can Jay make the play? 14 F2 and a 7. He will make the play as Peralta flies out to Jay in center for 2 down. Two outs, base is empty, and here comes Paul Goldschmidt Beer, as I like to call him. 297 with 36 homers. Kyle Hendricks looks in at Contreras, nods his head. Here's the pitch. Goldschmidt looking for a 2-5. He gets a 1. It's a 5. And he works a walk. A 2-out walk keeps the inning alive for Jake Lamb. Lamb, 248, 30 homers. A righty-lefty matchup. Hendrick kicks and fires. Lamb looking for the 1-5. It's a 2. He needs a 2, 3, 4, 7, 11. He gets a 5, and that's a strike 3 looking. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the first. No score here at Wrigley in this championship game. Due up for the Cubs, leading off is John Jay in center, followed by Chris Bryant at third base. Batting third, Anthony Rizzo at first. The cleanup hitter, playing second, Ben Zobrist. Batting fifth, Kyle Schwarber in left. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Wilson Contreras. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Jason Hayward. Batting eighth, the shortstop, smooth fielding, Addison Russell. And batting ninth, doing the pitching, Kyle Hendricks, as we said, 7-5, 3.03 earned run average. As joining us in the chat is D. Scott Howard. He says, hello, Al. You're up early or late? It's 3 a.m. here. It is 5:54 here in Massachusetts on the East Coast. Hope all is well, my friend. This is the championship game, the final game in this marathon. I played it for a reason. It's for someone special. And I wanted to play all 7 games in one sitting, and I have. Walker is on the mound for the Cubbies. 9-9, 3.49 earned run average. Behind the plate, Iannetta. Walker's on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Iannetta behind the plate. Goldschmidt at first. Drury at second. Owings at short. Lamb at third. Peralta's in left with a -1 arm. Pollock's in center with a -1 arm. And Herman is in right with a +1 arm. Here's the pitch to John Jay. That's a 3 and a 9, and that's going to be a fly ball to Peralta. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Stepping to the plate now for the Cubbies is Chris Bryant. Bryant, 295, 29 homers. Walker picks up the sign from Iannetta. Here's the pitch to Bryant. He's looking for the 3-5. He gets a 1. He needs a 10-12. He gets the 12. He is hit by a pitch, and he looks to be hurt. Batter has gotten hurt. He's just shaken up. He'll be all right. So that's good news for Cubs fans. Unfortunately, I manage the Diamondbacks. All right, so Bryant's at first, a little sore for the wear. 70% chance of stealing second. Anthony Rizzo comes to the plate. Rizzo looking for a 3-5. He gets the 5 and the 9, and that's a 1. And that ball is driven deep to right center, and that ball is gone. That ball is crushed to the moon. Anthony Rizzo has just given the Cubbies a 2-0 lead with a home run here with 1 out in the bottom of the first. There's euphoria here at Wrigley. The bullpen is quickly up for Arizona. Ben Zobrist steps to the plate. Zobrist, he had 12 home runs while batting .232 in 2017. Switch hitter batting lefty off the right-hand throwing Walker. Walker deals to Zobrist. Looking for the 1-5. He gets a 4, and that's a 4. That's going to be a fly ball out to Pollock. 20-sided dice roll. This will be an out unless it's an error. A 10, F2, and a 13. Pollock will make the catch for out number 2 in center. So 2 outs, no one on, 2-0 lead thanks to the Rizzo homer, the 2-run blast. And here comes Kyle Schwarber, who's had one heck of a tournament. Here's the pitch to Schwarber. He's looking for the 2-5. He gets the 2, and it's a 7. And that's a hard-hit ground ball to Drury. He makes a spinning stop and throws to Goldschmidt, and that will retire the side. We go to the top of the second, 2-0 Cubs. Due up for the Diamondbacks, Iannetta, O-Rings, and Drury. To face Kyle Hendricks. Iannetta looking for the 2-5 column. Hendricks picks up the side from Contreras. Here's the pitch, and it's a 4. Iannetta needs an 8, 9, 11, and that's a 7. That will be a strikeout swinging, no doubt. Cubs fans living and dying with every pitch in this championship game. Chris O-Wings, steps to the plate. He awaits the Hendricks offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. He gets a 3. Not much there. He needs a 12. He gets a 12. He's hit by a pitch. As O-Rings goes down to first, and Brandon Drury represents a tying run at the plate. 75% chance for O-Rings to steal. We're going to try that. 22% to get the lead. We'll attempt the steal. And they throw over. He dives back, and he is out. He is picked off. What a move by Hendricks. So 2 outs, base is empty. As some sloppy base running there by O-Rings. And here's the pitch to Drury now. He gets a 6. He needs an 8. And he gets a 3. This will be a fly ball out to Schwaber in left, who is god-awful. 15 and lower will be a hit. 20-sided dice roll. And it will be a double. And a 2-base error, so Drury will come all the way around and score in what we call the Little League home run. This is the second time we've seen this in this series. And it's 2-1, so the pickoff by Hendricks is huge now, as the game would be tied. So a double and a badly misplayed ball by Schwaber in left, and you get the Little League home run. It's 2-1 now on the 2-base error. And here comes the very weak hitting right fielder Chris Herman. He does have 10 home runs, though, in 2017. 2 outs, no one on. Here's the pitch to Herman. He wants a 3-5. He gets a 1. He needs a 2, a 4, a 10, or a 12. He gets an 8, and that will be a strikeout looking side retire. That pickoff was huge by Hendrick. Instead of a 2-2 ball game, it's 2-1. Go to the bottom of the second, due up for the Cubbies. Contreras, Hayward, and Russell to face Walker. Bullpen action still up for the Diamondbacks. Walker deals to Contreras, looking for the 2-5. He gets the 5, and it is an 8, and that's a 13, and that ball is going to split. Peralta and Pollock roll to the wall, and cruising into second is the catcher, Wilson Contreras. Jason Hayward steps to the plate, and this might be it for Walker. We might yank him now. Walker will stay in. Here's the pitch to Hayward, and that's a 2-5. A 3, and he's looking for a 2-5, and that's a 3, and it's an 11. That's a line shot to Drury, and he makes the stabbing catch. It's stuck in his webbing of his glove, and Contreras quickly gets back to second base with 1 out. Addison Russell, the shortstop, steps to the plate as my second screen has gone down, and I'll keep playing. We'll try to work on that as we go so I can see the chat. Russell, 239 with 12 homers. Walker takes a deep breath. He deals to the smooth fielding shortstop for the Cubs. That's a 3. Addison Russell needs a 4 or a 5. He gets an 8, and that's a ground ball to Owings, who looks Contreras back to second. Fires to Goldschmidt for out number 2. It's up to the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks, now to help his own cause. 2-1 Cubbies. Bottom of the second. Cubs fans chanting, "We want a hit," as every Red Sox fan works on getting his second screen up. Second screen is up. Here's the pitch to Hendricks. It's a 1 and a 12, And he'll pop out to Drury at second for the third and final out. The leadoff double goes for naught by Contreras as he's stranded there. We go to the top of the third, still 2-1 Cubs. And here's the pitcher, Taijuan Walker. In the top of the order, Pollock and Peralta. Hendricks deals to his counterpart Walker. It's a 3 and a 9, and that's a ground ball to Russell. Russell throws to Rizzo for the out. One down. Top of the order, A.J. Pollock. He is 0 for 1. Hendrick works quickly. It's a 4. Pollock needs an 8, 9, 11. He gets a 9, and that's a single to left. Tying run at first. 2-1 ball game. One out, top of the third. David Peralta, he's 0 for 1. Peralta, 293 with 14 homers. Pollock will stay put at first. Rizzo holding him on. Here's the pitch to Peralta. He needs a 3-5. He gets a 2. He needs a 2-5-6-10. He gets an 8. Ground ball to short. Russell will flip to Zobrist on to first, not in time to get the lead runner, but Peralta beats out the double play ball. So 2 outs, Peralta's at first, and Paul Goldschmidt steps up late. He walked his first time up. Goldschmidt needs to go yard here. 36 homers in 2017 to go along with a 297 batting average. He wants a 2 or a 5 column. Hendricks takes a peek at first at Peralta. Now he deals to Goldschmidt. That's a 6. He needs an 8. He gets a 10. That's another ground ball to Russell. He throws to Rizzo. Side retired. Bottom of the third. 2-1 Cubbies. Walker back out on the hill. He'll face the top of the order, John Jay, Chris Bryant, and Anthony Rizzo. Jay 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Jay. It's a 4. 7, 8, 9, 11 is good. It is a 9 and a 14, and that's a single. Seeking line drive. Drops in front of Pollock in center. And here's Chris Bryant. And that could be it. Bryant even. Oh boy. Do we deal with Bryant or do we go to our bullpen already? We'll give Walker an opportunity here. Here's the pitch to Bryant. Jay can't get his lead. Walker and Goldschmidt do a good job holding him on. The pitch homeward bound. 4 and a 9 with a 1, and that's a single to right field. And Herman will just throw to the cutoff, so it's first and third now, and that's it. That is it for Walker. He is done in under 3 innings. He's responsible for Jay at third and Bryant at first. And let's go to our bullpen here. And we're going to go with Greinke pitched in game 1. And Ray pitched in game 2. So we have Shipley and Banda are death on left-handers. And Banda will come in to face Rizzo. Anthony Banda, 2 wins, 3 losses, no saves, 5.96 earned run average, struck out 25, walked 10. Infield playing in. Rizzo 1 for 1. He hit the 2-run blast that has given the Cubs the 2-1 lead. Here's the pitch to Rizzo from Banda. That's a 2 and an 8. That is a ground ball to second. And it's a base hit in the drawn-in infield. And it's 3-1, so Rizzo gets his third RBI. Had they been playing back, it would have been a double play ball, but they would have given up the run. Bryant goes to third. Infield again playing in. Banda deals to Zobrist, who's 0 for 1. Rizzo breaks for second. Iannetta throws down. It's a 20, and Rizzo is gunned out. As Drury applies the tag, Bryant did not try the double steal from third, so 1 out, 1 on, infield still in. Zobrist at the plate. 3-1 Cubbies. Here's the pitch to Ben Zobrist. And that's a 6. He needs a 7, 8, 9, 11. He gets a 12, and that's a ground ball to first. Let's see if Goldschmidt can handle the play. He should be able to handle it with the infield in. 3G2 number sign and a 9. The infield's in, though. Will Goldschmidt make the play? Bounding ball towards first. And it gets past him on the dive. Herman fields it, throws it back in towards the infield. Another run scores on the RBI single by Zobrist, as the infield in has not produced what the Diamondbacks wanted. So it's now 4-1 Cubs with 1 out. And Schwarber comes up. Banda deals to Schwarber, who's 0 for 1. That's a 2. Schwarber needs a 2 through 8, excluding the 3. He gets a 4, and that ball is gone. As he crushes that ball to right center. And the Cubs are well on their way to a championship here, as it's now 6-1. Schwarber's tournament continues to be excellent. Banda will try to get the final 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Contreras, 1 for 1 with a double. It's a 2 and a 7. That'll be a fly ball to Peralta and left for the second out, as Contreras just missed his column. I mean, lots of good stuff there, but a bad roll. So 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the pitch to Hayward. He's 0 for 1. That's a 2, a good Hayward column, and a 9, and that's a single to right. Herman throws it back in towards the infield. Goldschmidt holding Hayward on. Here's Addison Russell. This will be the last batter that Banda faces. And that ball gets by Iannetta. Wild pitch. Hayward advances to second. Russell digs in. Here's the pitch once again. That's a 4 and a 2. Ground ball to Owings, who throws to Goldschmidt, and mercifully this inning's over. The Cubs score 4 times, though, and have taken a commanding 6-1 lead. We go to the top of the 4th. Due up for the Diamondbacks, who need to get busy. Lamb, Iannetta, and Owings. Lamb's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Hendricks. That's a 3 and a 9. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. 1 down. Chris Iannetta, he's 0 for 1. Here's the Hendricks offering. And that's a 6. He needs an 8. He gets a 5. Ground ball to Addison Russell. That's a 5G1 as long as there's no error, and there's not. He makes the play. Scoring at home is 6-3, 2 down as Russell goes to Rizzo. Now we'll bring up Chris Owings, trying to extend the inning here. Here's the pitch to Owings. He needs a 1-5. He gets the 1 and a 10. It's a 20, and that's a single to left. Brandon Drury steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a double. Rizzo holding Owens on. He's going nowhere. Diamondbacks down 5. Drury awaits the Hendricks offering. Here's the pitch. That is a 5 and a 3. This play will go towards Rizzo at first. 20-sided dice roll. And that's a 4G3 number sign and a 10. Anthony will handle it. Bounding ball. He backhands it. And he flips to Hendrick, covering the bag. Side retire. No, wait, what happened there? He does not make the play. As that ball, I read it too quick. I saw the pickup. I thought that said out. And that ball got by Anthony Rizzo. So it's first and third with 2 outs. And Chris Herman, who's 0 for 1, and we're going to pinch hit for him. He hasn't done anything in this tournament. Hendricks is a righty. Velasco has 10 home runs and a .233 batting average. Blanco, 246. Blanco will pitch hit for Herman. So here's Gregor Blanco, 246, 3 homers, 13 ribbies in 2017. He's looking for the 2-6 column. Owings at third, Drury at first, 2 outs. Hendricks deals to Blanco. It's a 3. He needs a 5-7. He gets a 4. That'll be a ground out to Russell. Inning over. And Blanco will stay in to play right. Banda's still on the mound. Blanco stays in the play right. Did I do that? There we go. Blanda will face his counterpart, Hendrick, who leads off the inning. That's a 6. And he walks the pitcher. You're not going to win when you walk the pitcher. So Hendricks is at first, and John Jay steps up, and he's 1 for 2 with a run scored. And Blanda needs to get a double play ball here. There's the pitch. It's a 5. And a ground ball to Owings. This could be a double play ball. 20-sided dice roll. G3 number sign. I don't think... Oh, an error. So the misery continues. Owens cannot handle it. Instead of a double play ball, it's an E6. And first and second, no outs for Chris Bryant. And that's going to be it. That's going to be it for Banda. He leads off the next inning. So we're going to go double switch. Blanco, who pinch hit and went out to right, will come out of the game. All right. And we're going to go to Zach Greinke on short rest just to get us through this inning, hopefully. And Velasco. Who can play right field? Fuentes. Fuentes will play right field. Greinke. I don't know how much we're going to get out of Greinke, but there's no tomorrow. So Greinke goes to the 8th spot and will pitch. And Fuentes will go out and replace Blanco in right and go to the 9th spot. He'll lead off the top of the 5th. Play right field. So Zach Greinke, he's good for 17 pitches out of the pen. 2 on, no outs. Here's the pitch to Bryant from Greinke. That's a 1. And a 7. That's a fly ball to left. Peralta's there. He makes the catch. 1 away. And here's Rizzo. And Rizzo has good numbers off Greinke. You can see he lit up like a Christmas tree. He's 2 for 2 with a homer. Greinke's got to bear down here. 1 out, 2 on. Here's the pitch to Anthony Rizzo. 2 for 2 with a homer, as I stated. That's a 3. Oh, boy. Rizzo could do it again, and that's a 7. He misses his pitch. As that's going to be a fly ball to center, and Pollock will be there to make the catch as he goes back a bit. So there's 2 down. Hendricks bluffs but does not go. Pitcher stays Ben Zobrist. It's a 3 and an 11. And that's a pop up to Iannetta. He throws his mask away, makes the catch, side retires. So Greinke comes in and pours water on the fire. Go to the top of the 5th, 6-1 Cubbies. And leading off is Ray Fuentes to face Kyle Hendrick. He needs a 3-5. Here's the pitch. That is a 4. He needs a 7-8-9. And that's a 7. Fuentes walks. Diamondbacks desperately need base runners. Top of the order, A.J. Pollock. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch to Pollock, and that's a 2. He needs a 10. He gets an 8, and that's a strikeout. Swinging. 1 away. Fuentes, good chance of stealing second, but down 5. We will not take the chance. Here's David Peralta. He's 0 for 2. Contreras sets the target for Hendricks, who sets in deals to Peralta. He gets a 5, and he needs the 8, 9, 10. He gets a 4. This play will be for the catcher, Contreras. 20-sided dice rolls a 15, FO, and a 9. So I believe that will be a pop out in foul territory. And Contreras will make the play. 2 down. And Paul Goldschmidt, the power hitting first baseman, steps in play. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Remember, 36 home runs in 2017. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt Beer. That's a 6. And he needs an 8. That's the only good thing there. He gets a 3. It's a fly ball to left field, and Schwarber's awful. So he gets a second chance at redemption. 15 and under, he gets a hit on the 20-sided dice roll. And that is a 3, and that's going to be a double. So Goldschmidt will double. Schwarber can't get to the ball, and it rolls down in the corner. And Fuentes will be waved around. He scores all the way from first, and it's now 6-2. Goldschmidt has an RBI. Diamondbacks cut it to 4. So with 2 outs, Goldschmidt is at second, and Schwarber is an awful liability in left when you go that 20-sided dice roll. I have never seen him and who was the other person? I think Jay's like that too. Here's the pitch to Lamb, 0 for 2. That's a 4. He needs a 7-8-9. It's an 8, and he gets a walk. Inning stays alive. So 2 outs, 2 on, and Chris Iannetta, who's 0 for 2. Iannetta has some pop in his bat. 17 home runs for the catcher in 2017. Hendricks takes a deep breath, looks in at Contreras. He kicks and fires to Iannetta. Iannetta gets a 5. That's pretty good. And a 7. Hard hit ball to Russell at short. He'll throw to Rizzo, side retired. Diamondbacks do get 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 6-2. They've cut into the Cubs' lead by 1. Greinke's still back out on the mound. Good for 7 more pitches. He'll face Kyle Schwarber, who misplayed the ball into a double down the left field line. Schwarber 1 for 2 with a homer. Here's the pitch to Kyle. It's a 5 and an 8. And that is strike 3 looking. 1 out, no one on. Wilson Contreras steps to the plate, 1 for 2 with a double. Greinke ready to work, deals to Contreras, and that's a 5. And Contreras needs a 3 through 6, and he gets an 8. That's a ground ball. Owens backhands it in the hole, throws to Goldschmidt for out number 2. And Greinke's at 22 pitches, 5 over his 17, and Hayward has purple. And Hayward has purple. What does that mean? -2. He's great against left-handed pitching. Greinke is a right-handed thrower, so let's see if Greinke can get the third and final out. Here's the pitch to Jason Hayward, who's 1 for 2. He has singled. That's a 3. He needs a 6-7. He doesn't get it. He gets a 4, and that'll be a ground ball to Lamb. Lamb will throw to Goldschmidt, inning over. Go to the top of the 6th. 6-2. Chicago. So Greinke keeps it close. Doesn't give up any more runs. Due up for the Diamondbacks, Owings, Drury, and a pinch hitter for Greinke. Owings is 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. That's a 6. He needs an 8. He gets a 7. It's a ground ball to second to Zobrist. and he needs a 4 or lower. He will not get it. It's an 18G1 and a 9. So Zobrist will come up with the play and throw to Rizzo for the first out of the inning. As we will refresh my second screen, I don't understand how it says I'm offline when I have a green right there. Nope, 4 people watching. Okay, thank you very much. Get back to the ball game in a moment. There we are, back to the game. Alrighty. Gotta love OBS. That's recording software. Alright, so 1 out. Here's Brandon Drury. He's 2 for 2 with a double. Hendrick, 89 pitches, good for 95. Here's the pitch to Drury. And that's a 1. He needs a 212. He gets a 9. That'll be a fly ball to left. And Schroeder will handle that one for out number 2. Always an adventure with him out there. So 2 outs, base is empty, and here comes a pinch hitter for Zach Greinke. .241 for Thomas. It's tough on righties. Let's go to Delasco. Delasco will come in and pinch hit for Greinke. Dariel Descalso. Oh boy. Descalso. 233, 10 homers. Here's the pitch to Dariel Descalso. And that's a 1. That's a good column. And a 3, an 18, and that will be an out. A line out. And that retires the side. He hit it hard, but right at a defender. And now we need a pitcher. And Bradley will come into the game to pitch. Archie Bradley, 3 wins, 3 losses, 1 save, 1.73 earned run average, striking out 79. He's got to keep this game close. Arizona trails by 4, bottom of the 6th. Due up Russell, Hendrick, and John Jay. Here's the pitch to Russell, who's 0 for 2. It's a 2. This is good for John Jay. And a 2, and that's an 11. And that will be a deep fly ball to left. Peralta on his horse near the ivy, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Russell just missed a homer there. And here's Kyle Hendrick. The pitcher's 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch to Hendrick. That's a 2 and a 4, and that will be a strikeout looking. So 2 up, 2 down for Archie Bradley. Bradley now faced the top of the order, John Jay, with that one googly eye. Here's the pitch to John Jay, 1 for 3 with a run score. That's a 4. A bad Bradley column on his pitcher card. And a 9, and that's a walk. 2 outs, runner at first for Chris Bryant. 1 for 2, 2 runs scored. Bradley looks to first and now deals to Bryant. Jay tries to take off, throw over. He gets back. Good job by Bradley and Goldschmidt. Bryant steps back in the right-hander's batter's box. Here's the pitch. And that is a 6 and a 12 and another walk. So after the first 2 batters are outs, he walks Jay and Bryant. And here comes Anthony Rizzo, 2 for 3 with a homer. Cubs fans want this game blown open. They want to start celebrating now. Here's the pitch to Rizzo. And that's a 5, and Bradley should get out of this. And that's a 3. It's a ground ball right back at Bradley. And as long as it's not higher than a 3, he most likely will get out of it. And that's a 13G2. He's got to avoid the error here, and he does. That's an 8. So Bradley fields his position well on that play and throws to Goldschmidt for the outside retired. Becomes strand 2. We go to the top of the 7th. Due up for the Diamondbacks, Fuentes, Pollock, and Peralta. Fuentes is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Hendricks. And that's a 1. He needs a 5. And he does get the 5. Clutch single up the middle. Wow, that was the only good thing in that column. So Fuentes is at first. And Hendrick, 100 pitches, 5 over his limit. Top of the order, A.J. Pollock, 1 for 3. Can Pollock take advantage of a maybe tiring Kyle Hendrick? Hendrick looks in. Contreras sets the target. It's a 3. This is really good for Pollock. And a 2. Ground ball to first. Rizzo will go to first. Advancing to second is Fuentes. So Pollock had his column but didn't do anything with it. And that's a killer there. And with every out, closer to defeat go the Arizona Diamondbacks. Here's David Peralta. He is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to the left fielder, and that's a 2. Peralta needs a 2, 5, 6, 10, and he gets a 10, and it's a 9. That's a fly ball to Hayward and right, and that would be an out. Fuentes stays at second, so he needed a low card. He did not get it. It becomes a fly out instead of a single. That brings up Paul Goldschmidt 1 for 2 with a double. Fuentes will be off on contact with 2 outs. Hendricks really paying no attention to Fuentes with a 4-run lead and 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt, and that's a 5 and a 7. Ground ball to Addison Russell, who throws to Rizzo, side retired. Fuentes is stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 7th as they play Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts, a cracker jack. I don't care if I never go back for which root for the home team. If they lose, it's a shame. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the ball game. For Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, Clinton Parks, and Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming. Alright, trivia question. Who was the first umpire to wear glasses on the field? I don't know. So let's click the answer. It was Larry Getz. Okay. 1956. Washington versus the Yankees. Bradley back on the mound. He's going to face Zobrist, Schwarber, and Contreras. Here's the pitch to Zobrist, who's 1 for 3 with a ribby. That's a 3 and an 11. And that's a deep down the line. And that's hooks foul. Oof. Here's the pitch again to Zobrist. He pops up to Iannetta, and Iannetta makes the catch behind home plate. 1 down. Kyle Schwarber steps to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a homer. And he's also butchered a ball in left. Here's the pitch to Schwarber. And he gets a 4. This is good for Schwarber. And an 8. And he works a walk-off Bradley. Bradley, 29 pitches. Good for 33. Hoping for a double play ball. Wilson Contreras, the catcher, steps to the plate. 1 for 3 with a double. Bradley peeks to first. Goldschmidt holding Schwarber on. Now he deals to the plate. And that's a 3. And a 9. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and an injury. And Contreras is out. He pulled a muscle on that swing. So he will be replaced by the computer. So there's 2 down. Schwarber will be off on contact. Jason Hayward, the right fielder, steps to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Bradley 1 pitch below his maximum. He deals to Hayward. No, he throws over and he picks off Schwarber at first. Side retired. So Schwarber has been an adventure. Tremendous at the plate in this tournament. Awful in the field, and he just got picked off. We go to the top of the eighth, 6-2, Arizona. Due up for the Diamondbacks, Lamb, Iannetta, and Owings. Owings, God, I hate saying that name. To face Hendrick. Hendrick, let's just see what the pitching numbers are here for Hendrick. He's gone 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, only 1 was earned. He has walked 3, struck out 5. Here's the pitch to Lamb, 0 for 2 with a walk. That's a 6. He needs an 8. He does get the 8. That's a clutch single up the middle. But can the Diamondbacks capitalize? That's the question. Chris Iannetta, 0 for 3. Hendrick's still in the game. Here's the pitch to Iannetta, the catcher, and that's a 3. He needs a 6-7. He gets a 5. That's a strikeout. Swing and a miss. One down. Chris Owings steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Hendricks takes a peek at Lamb. Lamb has a good chance of stealing second, but down 4 runs. He will stay put. Here's the pitch to Chris Owings, and that's a 2. He needs a 2, 8, 10, 12, and he gets a 6, and that's a checks his swing, but they still call it a strike, another strikeout. So the 2 outs have come via the K for Hendricks in the top of the 8th. Lamb will be off on contact. Brandon Drury 2 for 3 with a double. Here's the pitch to Drury. He needs a 2-5. He gets a 1. He needs a 2 or a 12. He gets a 4. That's a ground ball to Bryant. He comes up throwing to Rizzo. Side retired. Cubs fans smelling a championship here. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Bradley's still out on the mound, and he will face Hayward, Russell, and Hendrick. Here's the pitch to Hayward. 1 for 3. That's a 2. That's a good Hayward count. And a 3. It's a 16. That's a fly ball to Fuentes in right. He makes the running catch for out number 1. Addison Russell, shortstop, 0 for 3. Bradley rocks and fires. That's a 3. He needs a 4-5. He gets a 5, and it's an 8, and that's a line shot to Goldschmidt, who makes the leaping catch at first. Addison Russell needed a 2 or lower on the card split, didn't get it, so 2 up, 2 down. Bradley looking for the 3rd and final out in the bottom of the 8th to get the Diamondbacks to the top of the 9th, only down 4. They'll face Hendrick. Here's the pitch. Hendrick will hit for himself. It's a 5 and a 2. Ground ball to Drury. 20-sided dice roll. 5 or lower will be a hit. It's not. It's a 13G3 and a 16. Drury comes up with it and will throw to Goldschmidt. Side retired. The Cubs are 3 outs away from winning this marathon 8-team one-and-done tournament. We are 3 outs away from ending this marathon tournament. It's 6:36 a.m. Massachusetts time, East Coast, United States of America. I will then make breakfast. All right. Due up in a last-ditch effort, a pinch hitter for Bradley, then for Fuentes. In the top of the order, A.J. Pollock. Kyle Hendricks is still on the mound, looking for the complete game victory. He's got a 4-run lead. And Thomas will come in to pitch hit for Bradley. Yasmani Thomas, 241, 8 homers, 32 ribbies in 2017. He hits right-handed pitching quite well. Here, Montero's now behind the plate for the injured Wilson Contreras. Looking to guide Hendricks for the final 3 outs. Here's the pitch to Thomas. And that's a 3. He needs a 3, 4, 8, 12. He gets a 9, and that is a swing and a miss. Strike 3 at the knee, cheese. 1 down in the top of the 9th. Ray Fuentes, who's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Montero wiggles a finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Fuentes. That's a 4. He needs a 7, 8, 9, 11. He gets an 8, and that's a walk. Again, the Diamondbacks need base runners. 1 down. Top of the 9th. They trail by 4. Tying run still in the dugout. Pollock's 1 for 4. Here's the pitch to AJ looking for the 3-5. He gets the 3, and he gets a 10. And that's a shot to left, and Schreiber will not get to it. It's going to roll in the corner. And will hold at second and third, as Fuentes will be held up at third. Down by 4. You don't want to run into any outs with 1 out in the top of the 9th. So Peralta comes to the plate. David's 0 for 4. On deck is Goldschmidt. He represents the tying run. Can Peralta knock these 2 runs in? It's getting quite interesting in here. Why Hendrick has not... Let me make sure the computer is... Yes, they're managing the Cubs, so it's the computer keeping Hendricks in. He's at 133 pitches. It's got to be tiring. Here's the pitch to Peralta. No, now they finally make the change. Joe Madden will bring in relief pitcher Carl Edwards Jr. to try to close out this game for the final 2 outs. Again, the tying run is in the on-deck circle. Goldschmidt. 1 out, 2 on. Here's the pitch to Peralta. And before we do that, Edwards, 5 wins, 4 losses, no saves, 2.98 earned run average, striking out 94. Gets the sign from Montero. He deals to Peralta. It's a 4. He needs an 8, 9, 12. He gets the 8. That's a walk. Bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. The Diamondbacks aren't dead yet. Can they go with a venom strike now as Paul Goldschmidt steps to play? He's 1 for 3 with a double. Goldschmidt, 36 home runs, 297 batting average in 2017. Edwards takes a deep breath. No place to put Paul. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt Beer. And that's it. They're going to go to Stromp now. And he's good for 1 pitch. And then he's in the red. But they only need 2 outs. With a 6-2 lead, Madden is going to Stromp. Bases loaded, 1 out. And you can see Stromp. Oh, that's Goldschmidt, sorry. Stromp, 5 and 4, and he has a 2.83 earned run average with 65 strikeouts. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. That's a 4. He needs a 7-9. He gets the 9. That's a walk with the bases loaded. And Fuentes comes in to score. Goldschmidt will be credited with an RBI. It's now 6-3. And Jake Lamb steps to the plate. If Lamb goes yard, Straub will become shish kebab in Chicago. Straub looking for the double play ball. Lamb 1 for 3 with a walk. He has singled. Montero has a word with Straub. Back behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Lamb. And that's it. They were just killing time because here comes Mike Montgomery. So Madden really trying to mix and match. Trying to win this championship game in this 18 one-and-done tournament marathon. We have played all 7 games, and we're down to the final 2 outs here. And it's a thriller, 6-3, bases juiced. Montgomery comes in the game, 7 and 8 with 3 saves and a 3.38 earned run average. Monty will deal to Lamb. That's a 4. He needs a 7-9, and it's a 10. That's a ground ball to second base. B. Over to third. No, he goes to second. The double play not in time. Another run scores. And it's 6-4. But there's 2 outs now. Peralta's at third, and the tying run is at first. And Lamb, as he beat out the double play ball, he will get credited with an RBI. And it's up to Chris Iannetta now. It comes down to this. Montgomery versus Iannetta. Iannetta's 0 for 4. Iannetta had 17 home runs to go with a .237 batting average in 2017. He does hit left-handed pitching, and Montgomery's a lefty. Here's the pitch to Iannetta. That's a 4. He needs a 7-9. He gets a 4. Ground ball to the smooth fielding Addison Russell. This should be the ball game. Nothing there on the 20-sided dice roll. 6G1 and an 11. And that's the ball game, folks, as Russell fires to Rizzo as he snags it going up the middle. And the Chicago Cubs win the tournament championship 6-4, the Diamondbacks make a valiant effort in the top of the ninth, but fall short by 2 runs. What a tournament. We did it all in one setting, as they say. The time is 6:43 a.m. in the morning, Saturday morning, Massachusetts, United States, Eastern Standard Time. We'll do the box score, and I'm going to go make breakfast. I'd like to say thank you to D. Scott Howard, if you're still there. Hope you enjoyed. And for the other people watching, thank you very much. Here we go to the box score. And Kyle Hendrick, 8 1/3 innings. He threw 133 pitches. My God, unheard of nowadays. And 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them are earned. He walked 4, struck out 8. Edwards came in, didn't retire anyone. He walked a run in. And then Strop came in. I'm sorry. Edwards walked the bases loaded. Strump walked the run in. And then Montgomery came in to get the saves as he got the final 2 outs in the top of the ninth. For the Diamondbacks, Walker got the start. And he was not good. He only went 2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned. And he gave up a home run to Schwarber, I think it was. Let me just double check that. No, it was to Rizzo. Rizzo got the first homer, and then Schwarber got the homer off Banda, who went 1 inning, and he gave up 2 earned runs and walked 1. And then Greinke and Bradley pitched 5 shutout innings. They walked 3 in tandem and struck out 3. Cubs win the tournament championship 6-4, as once again the Diamondbacks made a bid for a thrilling cardiac win, but they couldn't do it as Montgomery shut the door. Player of the game, I'm going to give it to Kyle Hendricks. He got the win. He's player of the game. I don't see anyone on the Cubs side offense. Oh, Rizzo. Rizzo's co-player of the game, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a run scored. All right. So the Diamondbacks, Pollock went 2 for 5 with a run scored. Peralta 0 for 4. Goldschmidt 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Lamb 1 for 4 with a ribby. Iannetta 0 for 5. Owings 1 for 3. Drury 2 for 4 with a run scored. Herman 0 for 1. Blanco, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Greinke pitched, did not hit. D. Scalzo pinch hit, 0 for 1. Bradley pitched, did not hit. Thomas pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Walker, the pitcher, 0 for 1. Banda pitched, did not hit. And Fuentes came in and as a pinch hitter, but stayed into play right. Or it was Blanco. He came in when Blanco, and we did that double switch thing. Yeah, and he was 1 for 2 with, he was 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored. So in total, the Diamondbacks in defeat in this championship game, 34 at-bats, 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 ribbies. The Cubs win the championship, and a lot of jubilation here at Wrigley Field. John Jay 1 for 3 with a run scored. Chris Bryant 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Anthony Rizzo, co-MVP of the game, was with Kyle Hendrick, the winning pitcher, was 2 for 4 with 3 ribbies and a run scored. Zobrist 1 for 4, a ribby and a run scored. Schwarber knocked in 2 runs, but he gave up 2 runs in the field, so he was a wash. 1 for 3 with a run scored and 2 ribbies. Contreras got hurt. He was 1 for 4. Montero came in to catch after the Contreras injury, did not get an at-bat. Jason Hayward 1 for 4. Russell and Hendrick were combined 0 for 7. Edwards, Stromp, and Montgomery pitched, not hit. The Cubs in victory, 31 at-bats, 6 runs, 8 hits, 6 RBIs. So the 8-team one-and-done tournament marathon style comes to an end with a pretty intense championship game at the end. The 2017 Cubs defeat the 2017 Diamondbacks 6-4. This is Al, Red Sox fan, saying thank you very much to D. Scott Howard. As he said, still with you, Al. Good game. Back to sleep for me. Thank you very much, D. Scott. And to everyone else who's watching, hope you liked our little marathon. I did this for a special reason. I'm happy about it. So, till next time, which won't be in 11 minutes as I'm making breakfast. The tournament's over. The marathon's over. It was fun. We might do it again at some point. Thank you very much for watching. Health and happiness. Remember, tell the ones you love them, give them a hug and kiss. So, take care. Don't swing at a curveball in the dirt. And peace.